Hello folks, it's the second video, podcast, whatever, in the healing journey, my healing journey. And just before I talk about this subject, it was remiss of me not to mention a couple of people in our healing circle who've been outstanding. My mate John and his wife Kate, fantastic, lovely people. My brother-in-law Ted as well, and also my good friend and neighbour Paddy, whose slender grip on reality always makes me laugh. Laughter is a great cure for a lot of things. So just want to put that to bed before we kick off. What I want to talk about is the origins of my illness, or what I believe to be the origins of my illness. And I've talked about it before, about the connection between the mind and the body, the psyche and the soma. Right, psychosomatic illnesses, where it's basically up here causing physical symptoms. And if some of you don't sort of maybe take that on board, think it's too airy fairy, it's no bollocks. Well, just a couple of examples of where the mind controls what you think about, controls your body. When you get upset about something, you've had a shock, and you say, "Oh, my stomach's in knots," you seize up. Your body just your gut just seizes up, and you can't do anything. Or when you open a mucky mag and you see a pair of tits or something, you get a hard on, right? There's no physical things going on. It's purely what you're thinking about. The thought here is creating a biological, physiological difference to your body, even in terms of your your DNA function and your DNA situation. It can have that effect. We are what we think about. I firmly believe that. I am the product of what I've thought about, and my thoughts and emotions over the years. And what's happened over the last few years, the stress we've been under, particularly with Raven, has caused a massive somatization in me. We went through a lot of shit, and I was holding extreme negative energy. Thoughts of, I had a list of 10 people who was going to basically just get a fucking weapon and fucking kill a lot of them. I wanted to kill them for what they'd done to us. So much anger, resentment and bitterness and hatred. If I think like that, that's just going to bring more negative energy back to me. And years ago, when I worked in public health, and I was always fucking kicking off things, the fucking secretaries and doing the letters, and I go, oh, fuck this and fuck that. And a mate of mine, Chris Connor, used to shout across the office. He said, fucking calm down, you'll give yourself a tumour. And we used to laugh about it, but in 2001, I did get a tumour. I had an ocular melanoma. And Vanessa, when we were going through all the shit with Raven, and I was writing a book at the time, and I was, trying to deal with things. I was so angry with everything and everyone, so I was helpless, but I had a lot of negative energy. And she kept saying to you, listen, there's two wolves here, one here and one here. One a black wolf, the dark wolf, all the negative energy, hatred and wanting to kill people. Do you want to feed that wolf, or do you want to feed the good wolf, the positive wolf? The wolf of forgiveness and love and joy. What are you going to feed? Because if you feed this one, the black one, you will end up getting fucking cancer. And she was fucking right. And this is a few years ago now, or 4 years ago, when we were going through all this shit. She was absolutely right. It did somatize. And I was waking up every morning with these thoughts, and I didn't want to live anymore. And basically, all the messages I was sending out to all my cells in my body were die. Illness, and it happens. Whether you, and I can see that. I can see what I've done to myself here. Because when I was writing the book, I thought it'd be cathartic, purge myself. But when I read back over it, and when Vanessa was reading it, some of the words I was using, the phraseology, was just so fucking intense and so, really negative. And words carry energy. There's no question about it. What you say to people carries energy. Them words, that you say to people have a physiological and biological influence on their body, even in the gene expression. Whether you believe it or not, it happens. It will happen. And that's why Vanessa said that when I finished the book's finished. It's called Broken Butterflies. And the reason it's called that is because the two women most closest to me, Vanessa and the baby. Vanessa's name's Vanessa, obviously, and the Latin for the Red Admiral is Vanessa Atalanta. So, and Raven used to be like a little butterfly flitting around the garden and the house, and they're both broken people at the moment. They're both broken, so that's why we call it that. So Vanessa said, I don't want it published. It's just too severe. It's too raw. And when I've looked over it since, it fucking is. And them words have carried energy, and all I put into that has gone into my fucking body and created a cancer. So I know where I am at the moment. I know where I am, and I know where I need to be. And the next stage I've got to deal with is healing. I realise what I've done. I realise what I've got. And a lot of people might not say. I realise it's a metaphor for me. There's a metaphor in this fucking cancer. Not everyone will buy into that, so don't worry about that. I do. The mind and the body are intrinsically linked. And if you keep thinking negative thoughts all the time, you're just going to bring negative energy to you. If you just have love in your heart and you forgive people, enjoy the day, give gratitude for what you have in life, you won't succumb to what I've succumbed to. That's how I see it. I'm not trying to be a guru or nothing like that. I'm not trying to be Russell Brand sitting around in a fucking nappy all day talking bollocks. I'm not being that. I'm just saying, for me, I know what's happened here. I created this illness, and because I know how I created it, I can uncreate it. And that'll be the subject of one of the next podcasts. Well, thanks for listening. I'll see you later.